Hey, so welcome to my channel. Hi, I'm Dania, but you can call me Nia for short. Oh my gosh, I can't tell which side my locks are on. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm doing this in Canva, so it's totally new for me. So just bear with me. But yeah, happy new moon in Scorpio. Happy Halloween. Happy Samhain. Um, coming up soon. Happy Day of the Dead, whatever this season is bringing forward for you. Um, so um, I'm doing the new moon in Scorpio reading. I'm back to doing them on YouTube. And I'm going to do this one a little different. For those of you who are from my podcast, I do these typically with just 3 cards, but Halloween is my favorite day of the year. So I have 2 spreads that I'm going to do. I'm going to do my traditional 3 card one. And then I'm making some clarifiers for that. And, okay, I'm really going to stop messing with my locks. I am. It's just throwing me off. Uh, I got another one that I found on Pinterest that I'm going to do as well with the tarot cards. So I have my Numerology cards. I have my, there we go, Jack-o'-lantern tarot cards. And then because it's Scorpio, and then for the United States birth chart, it's happening in the 12th house, which is house where you can find our spiritual gifts. So I'm going to give you a tip out of my mediumship deck, as well as a possible ritual out my everyday witch oracle deck. And then we'll get a piece of advice from the goddesses, because Scorpio is a feminine energy and it's a moon. So I like to get goddess advice as well as self-care for this new moon. So I'm going to read my notes real quick. And then I'm going to take my glasses off because the glare on my glasses is just, yeah. So hold on. Get these up. Okay, so now I've got some notes over here on the side. So what did I pull up about this beautiful Scorpio? And I'm Scorpio dominant. So even though Scorpio is in my 5th house, it is the dominant energy in my chart. Even if you do for those of you who do human design and gene keys, my unconscious sun is in Scorpio. So, but another thing happening tomorrow when you're watching it today would be that Mars is also ingressing into Scorpio. It's going home because it is a co-ruler of the sign of Scorpio, and it'll be at 0 degrees on Halloween. So really potent energy happening on the old Halloween. I'm just going to flow with the reading, but just a quick highlights. Like Scorpio is the sign of I desire. Some keywords to think about when you think about Scorpio are death, rebirth, transformation, emotion, sexuality, power, desires, and the shadow. I think I mentioned before already that for the United States, this is happening in our the collective 12th house of the United States, which is the house of the subconscious, addictions, institutions like hospitals and things like that. But it's also where we can find our other aspects of our shadow as well as our spiritual gifts. So the numerology is real interesting. I'm gonna get to that last, but just a reminder, Scorpio is a fixed water sign. It embodies a feminine energy, and it's ruled by Mars, which is passion, fire, drive, will, and then Pluto, death, rebirth, sexuality, and power, and transformation. So the numerology was super interesting. So this is a universal month 7. But we have that undercurrent of 11 energy. That 11 energy does not go away because it's master number energy. So even though the month energy is a 7, there is this undercurrent of 11 happening. And it's happening on an 11 day. This is really great intention setting energy. Like this is some really nice divine intention setting energy. The seeds you plant. So your lunar cycle is from new to full moon. And then in the zodiac sign, it's from the new moon in Scorpio to the full moon in Scorpio. So you'll see some of the seeds start to, bud and things like that with the full moon. But you'll really see like, OMG, this is unfolded. How, you'll start to see that with the full moon in Scorpio. So when I looked it up, the full moon in Scorpio is on May 16th, 2022. This is an 11 month. So we've got the 11 day for the setting the intentions, and we're harvesting in the 11th month, 11-month energy. So it's a universal month 11 on a universal 9 day. And if you understand lunar cycles, you're planting seeds, setting intentions with the new moon, and you're harvesting and releasing that which you no longer need with the full moon. And 9 is all about the culmination. 9 is all about the unpacking. It's like, I've come all the way through all these other numbers, and before I go into this next journey and before I go into this next cycle, what do I need to unpack? What no longer needs to come with me? What no longer serves me? Also, it's happening at 12:13 Eastern Standard Time on that day, and it's a lunar eclipse. Like I'm all abuzz simply thinking about that full moon. So this Scorpio to Scorpio cycle is really potent energy. You really want to be intentional about how you're setting your intentions. Like really, really think about the themes that are with Scorpio. And if you can't pull your birth chart up. You can get it for free. Astro.com, astroseek.com, cafeastrology.com. Those are the three that I know that I've used to pull my chart, and it's been accurate. See where Scorpio is, what house it's in. So the house is simply the area of your life, and the sign is the lens through which you look at that area of life. So you want to see where Scorpio is. That way you kind of know how to set your intentions. You want to set your intentions in alignment with the energy of the moon. So if you're setting your intentions and Scorpios, like me, in my 5th house. So 5th house is all about children, creativity, romance, like the dating aspect of it, your passions, your inner child. So those are the things that I need to set intentions around. If I look at, that's whole sign. If I look at Placidus, Scorpio is actually ruling my 6th house, which is my day-to-day life, what I do every day. So not necessarily my career, but in some ways related to it, like what I do each and every day. So those are some of the things I'm going to be looking at, because if I merge those two concepts together, I like to be doing my passions each and every day, if that makes sense. So yeah, just some things to really think about. Where are you trying to transform? What needs to be released? What needs to be let go of? And where are you looking to be reborn anew? And how can you align with the path of ease when you're doing that? So those are just some thoughts I have about setting your intention. Just really be mindful of your thoughts on the 4th, because it is 11 energy day. That is super, all the master numbers are manifestation energy, but that's really super manifestation energy. Really pay attention to your intuition when you're setting your intentions. If it's telling you, if your mind is like this thing, and you feel it in your body, or however you feel when your intention is leading you, go with that. Your higher self is trying to let you know. The veil is thin now, and it'll be thin for a couple of days after Halloween too. So leading right into that new moon energy. And because it's in Scorpio, that's just going to make it's just thin right now. So just be cognizant of things, because the divine may be trying to send you signs and messages to lead you where your harvest is. So that's that. Let's get into the actual reading. So we're going to do the 3 cards. First, we're going to look at what's rising up in the collective. So this is a general reading for the collective. This is not a personal reading. It's just general energy. What wants to be shared, what needs to be shared with everybody that's going to see the video, what's for our highest and greatest good. So take what resonates, leave what doesn't. So we're going to look at what is rising up, what the main message of this new moon is and what's coming next. And I did not pull out the Scorpio card this time, so we'll see if she shows up. But what is rising up for the collective? What message can I share with the collective? What's rising up for the collective as it relates to this new moon in Scorpio? One second. Sorry, I had to. Yeah, I can already feel it. So let me just get myself together real fast. Let me get it together. All right. What's rising up? Okay. Okay. Get down.
Sit down.
Nope, I didn't say sit down. I said get down.
Bye-bye.
Bye. And okay. All right. I'm gonna show you the back of the deck first. All right. Sorry. Y'all already know we multitasking. Okay, so let's see if I can get my aim right. There we go. I don't know if y'all can see that. I'll try to remember to post pictures on my Instagram, but we have the back of the deck energy is new moon in Capricorn. Your hard work is paying off. So that makes me feel like at the beginning of the year, that's when you're really going to start to see the things. You may not see, it may not be fully formed, but you're going to start to see some things happening in January to show you that, okay, these intentions are starting to show up. So the card that came out for what's rising up in us is, I'm totally not going to keep trying to share those to y'all because y'all can't see them. But is the North Node, step out of your comfort zone. So I think I gave this message last moon reading is because I pulled Scorpio energy during our last reading. And this is not the time to play it small. This is not the time to diminish yourself. This is not the time to stay as you were. This is a time to think big, to go beyond your limitations, to let go of your limiting beliefs, to really, if there's something you wanted to do, but you're like, oh, I've never done that before, but I really want to do it. Do it. If there's something you want to do and you're not comfortable, but feel there's something in you that is pushing you towards this goal, go there. Go all the way there. You have to go past your comfort zone. Our South Node is in modern astrology, and it's where we feel comfortable. And our North Node is what we're trying to get to. And the bliss is in the middle. The bliss is bringing those two things into harmony, so they're working together as opposed to against each other. And right now, you're being asked to move closer to your North Node. So it may be important for you to see where that is and where your soul is trying to grow. But that's what's rising up. All of us are being asked to step out our comfort zone. And you can see it on a collective level. I was just reading online, 4.3 million people quit their jobs. Just said, I'm out. I'm not going to keep doing this anymore because it doesn't make me happy. We spent all of last year watching loved ones leave us. People this year, sick, not well, unhappy, sad, doing jobs that they don't love. And I just listened to a video where he was talking about the timeline, and we're programmed to learn until we're 25. And then from 25 to 65, we're programmed to work. And then from 65, we're programmed to retire. But where do we find our passion in there? Where do we live our passion in there? Where do we go go against the grain and stop going where people tell us to be? So this is the rising up in us. The collective is saying, I don't want to be who you told me to be. I want to be who God designed me to be. I want to be who I'm supposed to be and do that. The main message of this new moon, and this may be just more clear for y'all than it looks like for me, but this is the fixed moon. So remember, I said Scorpio is fixed moon energy, is hold your vision. Hold your vision. That dream, that hope, that aspiration that maybe you feel like is too big. Maybe you feel like you can't do that thing. And the universe is asking, why can't you do that thing? You've already been working towards it. The back of the deck already said that you're already working towards that dream. You're already working towards your path. Don't stop now. You have to hold on. You have to keep going. You have to set intentions to not give up. You have to set intentions to keep pursuing your dream, pursuing your passion, and walking your path. You have to keep going and not stop. What's coming next is your commitment is being tested. There are going to be tests that come along the way that say, are you sure? Is this really you? Scorpio season is going like, look, this doesn't serve you. It's got to go. This don't serve you. It's also got to go. Your commitment to being honest and true to yourself is going to be tested. And Scorpio energy is all about, I'm not going to do something that'll make me. It's the energy of I desire. If it's not a hell yes, it's a hell no. So Scorpio is going to force us all to really reevaluate ourselves. 2020 was already trying to do that. 2020 said, sit still. Is this the job you want to do for the rest of your life? Is this the school you want to go to? Is this the thing that you want to learn? Is this the place that you want to live? Is this a relationship you want to stay in? Is this what you want to do for the rest of your life? And if it's not, let it go. And Scorpio is like, oh, you still haven't finished unpacking? That's cool. I got you, homie. And then it's going to force you to unpack. Go your room, Jaheim. All right, now that I'm done being mommy, I'm not done being mommy. Okay. Where did I leave off at? I'm totally thrown off now. Yes. Not doing what you're not loving. Not living your passion, not living your truth, not being like, I'm a single mom. I got kids, and sometimes this is going to happen. It is what it is. That's the truth. That's the honest. And that's what Scorpio don't do surface level. And Scorpio is going to get to the bottom of it. Scorpio is all about the truth. I just heard truth revealed. Like that's, and I heard that someone else say that too. Like, even though this is a shadowy moon and Scorpio is all about the shadow, there's going to be some things that come forward, some things that are like illuminated. Like, this ain't it. This ain't for you. This ain't for us. This ain't it. And you have to, you can, keep doing the same old thing. You have free will. You can absolutely keep doing the same old thing. It just ain't going to be comfortable. It ain't going to feel good. And, your spirit's going to keep asking, why are you still doing this when you don't like it? Why are you still doing this when it's evident you don't like it? So really, really think about what it is that makes you feel good and go there. Let's see what this Pinterest spread and the tarot cards have to say. This is my Halloween deck. The pumpkin you can at least see. There it goes. You can at least. Alrighty. Let's see. All right. So this is going to tell us what rebirth we'd like to see this around this new moon. The best way to connect with our passions. in what ways we've been self-sabotaging, how can we be our best cheerleader, and the outcome of this new moon. Okay, so what rebirth should we be seeking? What's the best way to connect with our passions? In what way? Sorry. In what ways have we been self-sabotaging? How can you be your best how can you be your own best cheerleader? Whoa. And the outcome of it. Okay. All right. Whew. We have not been speaking nicely to ourselves. Like every time we start thinking about that thing that we want to do, we talk ourselves out of it. Every time we think about that thing that we want to do, we talk ourselves out of it. Hold on, there's water running. I don't know where it's coming from. Okay. Your commitment is being tested. Yeah. Okay, so like I said, we haven't, and this is a collective. This is not individual. This is not a personal anything. This is as a collective, and I see it. The words that we're using. Okay, I think we're good now. I think we're okay. All right. So let me get into these cards. 500. Okay. So the first card we have is what rebirth we would like to see this new moon. And so I might be able to see this gangster thing. There we go. So this is the 3 of Swords. And this is typically depicted by a heart with swords in it. So wounds. The rebirth we want to have is from trauma. The heart we want to leave the past behind. All of the pain, anguish, limiting beliefs, because swords is, mental trauma. So it's as much emotional in our heart as it is in our head. Like we have to heal the way we talk to ourselves in our head if we want to heal the wounds in our heart. Like we have to take the swords out. We have to reverse this. We have to transmute this energy and take those swords out and allow ourselves to be in the present, in the here and the now. And it takes time. But if you set the intentions that those wounds, those old stories don't serve you, and you have to repurpose them and retell them. You have to tell the stories from a place of power. You have to tell the stories from a place where it's not the hurt anymore. It's what did you learn from this experience? Why did this experience happen? You have to take a moment, step outside of yourself and say, I went through this, and this was the blessing. Like, if I hadn't gone through this, this is this one thing that wouldn't have happened. And then retell your story from that vantage point and heal those wounds. I heard fire ritual. With Mars moving into Scorpio, that, yeah, because from what I'm hearing, the Mars energy is very introspective. So, yeah, burning bowl ritual would be great to do that. So the best way to reconnect with your passions. So this is very interesting. When I saw this card um, come up, it's the card of lack, and it's the Five of Pentacles. It's the card of lack. This is, I don't have it. I can't possibly, because I don't have it. I can't have it. The Four of Pentacles, they're holding on to this thing. This one pentacle, it's like, this is mine. I can't let it go. I can't let it go because in that Five of Pentacles, I don't have it anymore. I don't have it. I lost it. And I can't possibly do anything else because I don't have it. I don't have enough. And you are more than enough already. Do it. It doesn't have to be perfect right now. It doesn't have to be perfect right now. Let go of the idea it has to be perfect right now. Simply get started. Simply get started. Don't get caught up in the minutia about who's doing it this way and someone else is doing it that way, and you can't possibly do it the same way they're doing it because they've been doing it a long time. So then now they've got the funds to make it look good, but they didn't start there, unless they were a baller when they got started. But most people don't start there. When most people start like me, where we're just trying to get started. That's it. We're just simply trying to start. We're just simply trying to stop living in what people expect of us, what society expects of us. We're just simply trying to get started and trying not to worry about how perfect it is, because for the person that is most to receive it, they will receive it with the intention that you have it. You can't live in this lack mindset anymore. You can't. The best way to reconnect with your passion is to shift your vibration, raise your vibration to being open to receive. And know that your purpose in life is to live your passion. Live your passion. Who it reaches, how much money it makes, all of that is secondary to the fact that you need to live the passion. You don't lack anything. You don't lack intellect. You don't lack funds. You don't lack anything. Change the way you talk about your passion. The universe don't understand need. It doesn't. It only understands I am. I am that I am. I am is what it understands. I am prosperous. I am abundant. I am whatever this thing is. I am a creative. Whatever this is, I am is what the universe understands. Thank you. I am, I have, because the universe isn't blind. It's going to look around and say, well, you don't have that thing. But they keep saying I have it. They keep saying I have it. I'm grateful for it and I'm happy about it, but they don't have it. So let me start making some shifts. Let me push them here and push them there, because I must be late to the party because they're acting like it's already in the physical and it's not. So let's go ahead and see what we need to do to make that happen. So you have to shift yourself out of that lack mindset, and that is a collective thing. We have to get out of that mindset because the earth is abundant. The galaxy, the universe is abundant. That is your birthright. Lack is not. Lack is not your reality. In what ways have you been self-sabotaging? And so we got the Nine of Cups in reverse. And the thing that I was thinking about the Nine of Cups is about, fulfillment, wishes granted. And it's like you don't deserve to have these wishes. That lack mindset is like, I don't deserve to have an easy life. I don't deserve to have whatever. It's this lack of belief that you deserve this. It's limiting yourself, limiting your emotions. Cups is water energy. This is all about your emotions and your spiritual, your intuition, and not honoring your emotions. Like there is a sense of spiritual connection. And what people don't realize is how much your spiritual path is tied to your emotions. When people say, oh, no, you got to bottle your feelings up. No, don't be sad. No, no. Literally, happiness and sadness. Because in the root of all anger, frustration, and everything else, there is an undercurrent of sadness and happiness. And on the other side of your sadness is always happiness. You have to allow yourself to cry. You have to allow yourself to pour your heart out and feel whatever it is you need to feel that's holding you back so that you can let it go. You have to feel all of it and let it go. And it ain't gonna feel good, not at first. But the moment you allow yourself space to cry, the beautiful blessings that want to come to you because you will have allowed yourself to be vulnerable in front of the Most High. You don't have to cry in front of anybody. The moment you're crying by yourself, you're crying in front of God. And God's like, okay, you're willing to be open, which means you're open to receive. So let's get it. Because when you're closed off, period. It's not like you're partially open and partially closed. It's not like a cracked door. You're either, because even a cracked door is cracked open. You are either open or you're closed in all aspects. You're either open or closed. And you have to decide if you're open, you have to be open to all experiences. Good, seemingly bad, you have to be open and be vulnerable and allow yourself to have that experience because you're having that experience for a reason. Even if you don't understand it in the moment, there's a reason to it. It's not just random. There is no random. God ain't got time to do random. God got a whole squad and team supporting you. You think, oh, yeah, I put all these moving parts in place and I made this perfect everything. But yeah, I'm gonna do this random thing to you. Nothing's random. Even if it doesn't feel good, nothing is random. You just don't know what it means in the moment. But you have to allow yourself to have the moment and give yourself grace through the moment and allow your heart space to feel the moment so that you can heal the moment and move past the moment and receive the blessing the moment is trying to give you. How can you be your own best cheerleader? And I thought this was like such a cool card to come up. So this is the Knight of Wands. And this is one, like all the knights are on horses, but this is like the fastest horse. This is like, I'm about to go in. It's about to be lit. I'm going to go for it. I'm not waiting. No one's going to tell me nothing. Like, I'm going. I'm out. I'm going for it. And the visual one in another deck I have is this woman and she's playing the drums. And she's just like, and she's playing the drums. And her horse behind her is just like, it's up on its hind legs, it's dancing, it feels fiery, it feels sensual, it feels passionate, it feels fun. And that is how you can be your best cheerleader, is find the things that make you feel fiery, passionate, where you're having fun, where you feel sensual. Do those things and then celebrate. And please, please stop waiting till the final harvest to feel like you're good enough to celebrate. You took one step and you did that step, you crossed that thing. Celebrate yourself. And stop defining celebrate by this big, grandiose, good job, me. Good job. We did a great thing today. Every step you take towards your passion is a step towards your passion. It's a step away from lack. It's a step away from the things that everyone told you that you could not do and could not be. Celebrate each and every one of them. Celebrate them all. That's how you be your best cheerleader. The outcome of this new moon in Scorpio, I got the Five of Swords, and the visual on this card, she's got these swords, and I feel like this is almost like the answer to the Three of Swords, even though in a traditional sense that's not what it is. But when I looked at this card, it didn't look like the sword. She's got three swords in the pumpkin. So we got the Three of Swords again, three swords in the pumpkin, and she's got two swords on her shoulder. And she's got a hand on one sword and her foot on the pumpkin. I don't think she needs her foot there to put the sword in the pumpkin. She's taking the swords out. Like I said in the beginning, removing the swords. The swords have to be removed. You have to remove those negative thoughts out of your head. So the outcome of this is we're shifting our mindset. We're no longer no negative self-talk, no low vibrational thoughts. We are moving out of that and moving into positive thoughts and moving into talking to ourselves with love and with light and with compassion and giving ourselves grace so that we can receive the grace from the Most High. Our back of the deck energy is the Queen of Wands, and she is fierce. She is fire. She is courageous. She is creative. She is compassionate. She is strong. She is captivating. She is sensual, and that's the back of the deck. That's the energy. And for all my fellas or masculine identifying folks out there, we all have divine feminine and masculine energy. So please know that Queen of Wand energy doesn't make you a literal queen like that. It makes you abundant. It makes you strong. It makes you courageous. It makes you creative. And it makes you sensual, like I said. And the Queen of Wands is in touch with her shadow. Like she understands that her shadow holds the key to her power. She understands the shadow holds the key to her strength. And in order to find your passion and live it fully, you have to acknowledge your shadow and illuminate it so it can come join your light. Acknowledge your shadow, illuminate it, and allow it to come join your light so that y'all can party together. Instead of working against each other, y'all want to work in tandem with each other. Okay. So that takes care of the tarot piece. That means I can move through the rest of these cards rather quickly. Okay, so we want to see, for all my folks who want to see how to develop something they can do to really just connect spiritually, get more in touch with their resonate. If you want to learn how to talk to God more clearly, how to know when God's talking to you. If you want to know how your angels are communicating with you, or how your ancestors, whatever the case may be, or this could just simply be for you and how to talk to your higher self. Whatever this is, I just want to see one thing, one habit we can cultivate, starting with this new moon in Scorpio. So what is one way we can improve our connection to the divine with this energy from the new moon in Scorpio? Okay. Oh, okay. All right. So first off, this is really cool. So it's a butterfly, and in case you can't tell. So y'all been seeing butterflies lately. Butterflies are all about transformation. Um, you know, and then we have, this could be a bird's wing or an angel wing. So however that looks to you, but it's a wing. So we got messages from spirit and divine nudges. So messages from spirit. What you want to do is really, I'm going to start. You have to learn how spirit talks to you. Like, everybody has their own language. It's just like everyone sees God in different ways. You know, if God wanted us all to see God in the same way, it would be the same. You know, you think that the all knowing, all powerful, supreme creator of all made a mistake in allowing everybody to see creation differently? That's not a mistake. That's perfect. That's the beautiful woven tapestry of divine energy that is the all, the source, the creation. And you have to learn how that energy talks to you because you have your own spiritual language with your spiritual team. And when I say team, you know, however that resonates for you. If your team is simply just God, okay, cool, that's it. Cool. How does God sound when God talks to you? When she's speaking to you, when he's speaking to you, when they're speaking to you, however you decide to, feel about it, what does it sound like? And I don't mean in the literal sound. I mean in the example. If I pray for something, like I'm looking for an answer, clearly, if we're praying, we're looking for an answer, we're looking for support. But do you ever say, can you give me the answer this way? And if you don't, why not? You think God can't? So when you pray, be specific in what you're hoping for and be specific in how you receive your answer. Be specific in what you're praying for and specific in how spirit moves through you, moves through the world at large to give you that answer. If you say, I need a song that's going to tell me what I need to do. When you hear a song and it sounds like your issue, don't just then no, you asked for a song and you got it. Move. So you have to decide what language works for you. Some people, the languages, and that's the thing, you feel like God's not speaking to astrologers simply because you don't believe? So you think every single solitary horoscope in the world is just coincidence. Okay, that's cool. You're welcome to have that thought. I just think it's small. And God is so much bigger than that. So some people it's astrology. Some people it's numerology. Some people it's a tarot card. Some people it is the deer showing up in my backyard. Some people it is the fact that I went to the ocean and this butterfly led me to the spot where I stopped. And I mean that quite seriously. It flew, stopped. When I caught up, flew some more until I got to this specific location and then it went away. And that's where I stopped. It is an orb out the corner of your eye. It is a song lyric. It is, numbers on the tag of a card, numbers on the clock, whatever it is for you. First off, you have to know you well enough to know what that language is. It's this feeling in your body. Is it a whisper in your voice? Once you know you well enough to know what that language is, then you can ask God to talk to you in that language. But spirit is always sending you messages, always. And it's coming to you in all of those ways. The messages are coming to you all of those ways. You just have to narrow down which way works for you, which way is going to get your attention, which way is going to resonate with you so that you always react when it comes up. Those divine nudges. I'm going to read this one because I just echoed it. So, synchronicities and so-called coincidences are clear signs that spirit is knocking at your door. These blessings and signs of grace are not just mere coincidences, but are evidence that you are and always will be connected to spirit. Spirit working through synchronicity can manifest in some unique ways. When you're developing your spiritual ability, Spirit knows how you need to develop and evolve and will continue to steer you in the direction for your highest good. You may not always follow Spirit's prompts, but you will still be continually and gently nudged forward. By following the prompts and guidance, you'll notice how more people, situations, and synchronicities start to appear in your life. The more you begin to notice these meaningful nudges, the easier it is for them to multiply and give you spiritual guidance. Be open to synchronistic signs, welcome them, and act on them accordingly. For these are signs that Spirit is there to guide and help you. Pay attention, because God is always trying to speak to you. And however that resonates with you, whether it's an angel, the emissaries of the Most High, the aspects of the Most High, they're all in, conspiring to see us be great. They're all conspiring to see us succeed in this life. You just have to be open to seeing what they have to say and not always feel so like there's only one way. There is none. How many faces do you think God has? Exactly. And if God has an infinite number of faces, that means God has an infinite number of voices and ways to communicate. So be open to receive. And maybe that question, that prayer that you've been hoping all this time for an answer for has already been answered. And just wasn't in the language that you expected it to be. So that's our spiritual advice. Let's get a ritual, because I haven't used my Everyday Witch Oracle in a while. So this is my first Oracle deck ever. Like it's my first deck ever, actually. It's the very first deck I ever bought. Shouts out to Peaceful Warrior. All right. Let's see. What advice? What is one bit of magic we can incorporate in our new moon ritual? Oh, yes. So the card that came up, not so much a ritual, but a confirmation of the message we got earlier, is transformation and change. Be open to receive it. And there's a butterfly on the card. I kid you not. Hold on. Let me see if I can get where you can see it. There is an actual, there it is, butterfly on the card. That's dope. That's awesome. So I don't think I need to say anything more, because I said, this is the time. This is the time to change. This is the time to be open for change. And with this change, if we move in concert with the Most High, if we move through in concert with the universe and where it's trying to lead us, prosperity and abundance. Ashe, I accept and receive that. I don't know about you, because there's abundance and there's prosperity, and we got prosperity and abundance. With transformation and change comes prosperity and abundance. I'm not even thirsty. I mean, she's sitting there, she's drinking her drink. The cats is counting coins. Yes, they got the cake, living the lavish life. Oh yeah, that's what's up. Let's see which goddess has some advice for us, and then we'll get a self-care. All right, goddesses. Anyone have advice for the collective for the new moon in Scorpio? Out. Now. Is it both? Okay. So. I promise I did not come here to snatch any edges today. All right. So we have trust, forgiveness. Oh, okay. We have 4, and I'm not going to pull any more. But there are 2 cards on the back of the deck, and I'm just like, yeah, all of this. We have trust, forgiveness, protection, dark plus light. And I feel like I have like hit all of these. So we have Athena, goddess of the hunt, and it says surrender your concerns to the universe. You have been heard. Didn't I just say something like your prayers have already been answered? You probably just didn't understand the answer. We have Sekhmet, forgiveness, and it says acknowledge the hurt and allow. I'm going to stop the cards. Acknowledge the hurt and allow yourself to ascend. Didn't I just say feel the feels? Feel the feels so that you can feel the feels so that you can heal. Feel the feels so that you can. Oh gosh, I love this so much. Okay, all right. We have Green Terra. Your circumstances are shifting. You are protected. Begin to loosen your grip on fears and worries. You gotta let go. That lack mindset, you gotta let it go and go after your passion. I promise I'm not going to pull any more. Persephone, dark plus light, harmony exists within contrast. You gotta bring them into harmony. I said that too. And last but not least, Brigid, inspiration, follow your passions and urges. Okay. Wow. I love good confirmation. I haven't even done my own reading yet, and now I'm really, really geeked to do it. Let's see. All right. So last but not least, what kind of self-care can we do with this new moon? This is a lot of energy. For some people, this can be really heavy energy. And I just want us to all, as we're going through this transformation and we're in our cocoons and we're trying to be reborn as these butterflies, I just want us to be gentle with ourselves, give ourselves grace. So what kind of self-care can we do so I can wrap this puppy all up? All right. Self-care as it relates to the okay, so it's both of these. Oh, I like this one too. Okay, all right. So self-care, we have energy work. So you may want to get some Reiki. You may just want to listen to some energy clearing music. They have a lot of those frequencies on YouTube, but you want to do some energy work. And while you're doing that, you want to also meditate. You do your prayer. You say, okay, however you say your prayer, this is what I need. This is what I'm looking for. This is what I need clarity on. And then meditate. Go as quiet as you can. And meditation is not like you have to be dead silent. The thoughts, you just have to be able to acknowledge the thought and put it away. And then don't try to make sense of it in the moment. Acknowledge thought, put it away, and then write what you thought and see if there's an answer in there. But you find your way to meditate. Some people, they just drive and be quiet. Some people, you can actually sit in meditation pose and meditate. Find your method of silence and going inward so that you can get what you need. Then we have look to the stars. So I think I said that very early on. Some of you may want to take a look at your birth chart and see where is Scorpio at, so that you know how to move with the energy. This also may be a literal look at the stars. You may want to go and meditate outside under the stars in the grass. Just something to think about. And then we have dance. And I love dance. For those of you who have ancestor shrines, you may want to dance for your ancestors. I did the dance in my altar room this morning. So you may want to dance for your ancestors, move your body. With Scorpio being sensual and sexual energy, your lower chakras, like working with those and dancing and moving in such a way where it's moving your hips and your legs and your thighs, and you're moving that energy between your root and your sacral and your solar plexus so that you're raising your vibration, and thus generating creative energy. So if you're creative and you've been blocked, dance. You don't have to know how to dance, just the act of dancing will help. This is also a self-love. Dance in front of the mirror with no clothes on. I don't know why I said that. Somebody needed to hear it. Dance in front of the mirror with no clothes on. And tell yourself you're beautiful. Tell yourself look yourself square in the eye. Watch yourself dance. Every curve, every roll, every muscle, whatever it is that you have. And looking at yourself in the way that you were created. You weren't created with clothes on. So look at that divine creation and tell that creation how beautiful he, she, they are, and raise your vibration and dance while you're doing it. Okay. That is it. Thank you so much for bearing with me. I hope that you enjoyed this reading. Please comment and let me know how this resonated with you. Yeah, I think this was really cool, the whole little Canva recording thing. But yeah, let me know how this resonates, how you like the little Canva setup. I decided to try it out because I haven't done a reading on YouTube in a minute. Yeah, shouts out to my son for his cameo. I want to see how much I can edit of him out. But, here you go, however that ends up happening. Okay, thank you. Take care.